Hi, Kendal. Congratulations on your completion of level two.
Yeah.
First of all, yeah, congratulations. And you just started level three today. So also
Yeah.
おめでとうございます.
Thank you.
So, people actually want to know you better. So can you just tell me what do you do here in Japan and also where you're from? Just a brief self-introduction.
I'm 35 years old. I've been living in Japan for more than 5.5 years. I'm from the UK. I'm from a city in the southwest called Bristol. And then I kind of grew up in the south part of the UK in a place called Portsmouth. That's where I was from the age of 18 until 30. So I had my big life change when I was 30 and came to Japan. However, last year I got pregnant. With my Japanese
Congratulations.
partner. So now we have a lovely, like 7.5 month old little baby who is not very little. He's growing as fast as you might expect a foreign baby to grow in Japan.
Mhm.
Yeah, he looks kind of double the size and weight of the Japanese babies. I guess it was 3.5 years ago, I joined Japan Language Factory when you were kind of new, I think. I found you on
Mm.
Instagram and I was very suspicious, but I'd been living in Japan for close to 2 years at that point, and I just thought, why can't I learn Japanese? It's so difficult. The most
Mm.
difficult thing, I think, was the fact that there was a lot of news going around saying that foreign people spread more coronavirus because of the way we speak. So it was dangerous to talk to us. And so all of my excitement to learn Japanese gradually faded with the pandemic. So I used Japan Language Factory to practice welcoming people to my own art exhibitions and also becoming an online tour guide during the pandemic. So I really utilized the fact that everybody was not traveling in the real world, they were traveling online. So yeah, I learned a whole load of great phrases to help me through all of that.
Right. So, Kendall, you have, visited Japan first time and you become actually the English teacher. And I know a lot of people working as an English teacher and then, but it's ending up they don't learn Japanese. A lot of people kind of losing the chance to learn Japanese. It's difficult to push themselves. So, but
Yeah.
you're very rare case. You actually really took the full advantage of living in Japan. Definitely people want to know why specifically you chose Japan Language Factory. So you really kind of transfer new life over the thousands of choice.
I guess a lot of the other online free programs involve you signing up and then downloading so many worksheets, and then you print
Mm,
off all of the worksheets and don't actually study. So
mm,
that would be my experience with free things. They can be great, but
mm,
that was generally the experience I had. And Japan Language Factory, I've never thought about that. Like, why did I go for this one? But I think it's because it says speak Japanese. It doesn't
mm.
say learn Japanese, learn to read, learn to write, learn to something. It says speak Japanese. And by that point, I'd already been living in Japan for a year and a half or so. I needed to speak it. I can't quietly read in my head whenever I want to communicate with someone. I've got to speak Japanese. So that's the thing. It was speak Japanese. Plus the in two
Mhm.
months, I was like, I dare you. I dare you to get me speaking Japanese in 2 months. It worked. I mean, from lesson one, it gets you doing it.
Thank you, Kendall. So, it's speak Japanese in 2 months. There is a skepticism for sure, because I
Mm.
have tons of here those actual opinion, but we're saying that it's you don't become a native Japanese speaker in 2 months, but if you really want to push to really speak, that's something like we can build a confidence in 2 months. And you actually join, you really start building actual confidence. But what do
Mm.
you think? What surprised you that the learning structure really worked for you, or what kind of learning structure was it?
The thing that worked for me is attentive one-to-one lessons. So the
Mm,
coach really cared about me. That was
mm,
important. All of the sentences were tailored perfectly to me. It's exactly what I
mm,
asked, but also because they're all Japanese, because
Mm,
they speak two languages, so they understood what I
mm,
was asking well in English. But because they're Japanese and lived in Japan, they know how Japanese people would really reply. So that was really important. But for me, whenever I open a textbook and look at those black and white pages, my mind blanks. So
mm,
the audio files have got to be my favorite thing. I love just
mm-hmm,
listening anywhere. I'm cooking, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm walking somewhere. I just listen.
mm,
I don't have to use
mm-hmm.
my mind. It's doing it properly, like watching TV on repeat or listening to your mom on repeat. It's the right way, I think.
Amazing. And then, especially you have studied with the JLPT too, and a lot of people still like study with the JLPT. I think JLPT is great if you really want to pass the test and then take actual like grade. And so you can write down some resume. But what do you think? Like a JLPT is really help you to speak the language. What do you think? Because you have experience.
It's definitely never helped me to speak the language. It's helped me to recognize the importance of grammar structure sometimes,
Mm,
but it never helped me learn grammar structure. It helped me understand the importance of recognizing the difference between kanji and the difference between grammar structures, but it's never helped me do anything. And to be honest, I can't pass the JLPT. I got the fifth one and I failed the N4. I failed it 3 times. And I think the main reason is because everything's in hiragana and katakana. But actually, I use a lot of kanji these days. So if I do
mm,
it again, I'll probably at least take the N3 anyway. Because
mm.
yeah, as you know, like what does it say? It just says, if there's no kanji, it just says mo. Yeah.
That's true. Japan language factory student know you that it's you speak Japanese a lot, and then it's very difficult to believe you couldn't pass the JLPT. That's actually I think
Yeah.
it's proving that real life conversation. The Japanese
Yeah.
people said that it's you are speaking Japanese. Even in the doctor, they said, but it's JLPT doesn't give you the grade, so that's you can really see that it's
Uh,
something. It's a different thing.
And there's a lot of words I use that make Japanese people think that I've already got N3 or N2. Now, to be honest, there's
Mm,
loads of grammar structures that I don't know that are part of that, but plenty of my vocabulary is already high up on that scale. But yeah, I definitely can't pass the test.
mm,
Unfortunately, I mean, like I might be able to for N3, I might be able to,
mm.
and I think I'm going to try to do it next year, but I'm not going to try to do
Mhm.
it because I think it's useful to my life in Japan. I think having a personality,
Mm,
communicating, like caring to communicate,
mm,
trying, and the most important thing has been great pronunciation, I think. Because if people
mm,
don't know what you're saying, you're just going to end up frustrated. So I find from
mm,
listening to the audio files from my coaches, I just get really natural Japanese. That
mm,
and making sure that my ears are open when I'm living in Japan. You can live
mm,
here and hear the same word repeated all the time, but if you're not listening, you're not gonna learn it. So loads of people say that living in Japan, you just learn Japanese naturally. No, you have to be awake and alert to learning. And I think having regular group sessions with the Japan Language Factory, as well as my own one-to-one lessons, it's great. The group lessons, especially, every week there is an opportunity to keep engaging with Japanese. And the other students are so inspiring, aren't they? You must be so
mm.
inspired by them. It's
Definitely,
so
definitely.
inspiring. And everyone's from a totally different walk of life. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't meet these people usually, but they're great.
Mm,
And like, I want to be friends with them. I want to meet them. I want to hear what they've got to say next in Japanese. It's
mm.
exciting. Yeah.
Amazing. What do you think? It's like if anybody actually thinking of taking this Japan language factory program, what would you say? What is going to be the advice to them to really get started?
I think you've got to ask yourself questions like if you're hoping to read, that's what's important to you, and you want to like delve into novels and things, or if you want to become a translator, then yeah, probably something else is best for you. But if you want to thrive living in Japan, making friends, going to networking events, joining new groups, or starting your own business, then you've got to speak and you've got to learn that confidence. And that's what you can get from Japan Language Factory. So thriving with actual communication. There is a time, place, and space for getting really good at kanji and grammar. There is a place for that. But if you want to be communicating with other people, then this is the place for you.
Thank you so much, Kendal. Keep it up at the level 3. Thank you so much, Kendal.
I will. Thank you.